Welcome to Up the Villa podcast and welcome to Transfer Hub, your home of Aston Villa's transfer news this transfer window. There was rumours last night from L'Equipe that a club from the Premier League had come in for Marseille's Matteo Guendouzi, and there was rumours that it was Aston Villa, and I was buzzing when the rumour dropped, to be fair, because ever since Guendouzi was at Arsenal, I've just always had like an affinity with him. I've always watched his career. I've enjoyed seeing how he progresses in the different leagues that he's gone to. And I was just thinking, if this is Villa, there's key characteristics in Guendouzi's game that would benefit Villa tenfold. And this morning, the news is coming out that Unai Emery has made Guendouzi one of his top priorities in this window. He tried to sign him at Villarreal. He spoke to him in this window and he wants him to come into Aston Villa. So why do I want Guendouzi? After the Stevenage game, I've spoke about a few things, and I've spoke about mentality. I've spoke about having aggression, hunger, passion, desire, and Guendouzi has all of this, and he wears his heart on his sleeve. And I feel like Aston Villa are crying out for a central midfielder that has all of those key characteristics. Before we even kick a football, it has been severely lacking in an Aston Villa side for so many years, not having any bite, having no aggression, not sticking in a tackle. When's the last player you saw in central midfield for Villa put in a strong, dominant, commanding tackle and then drag us up the football pitch? It's severely lacking at Villa. There is the question of Guendouzi's temperament from time to time. He is a little bit of a hothead, but I think we need it. I really feel like we need that temperament in the middle of the park. He might cost you a game, but for me, it's severely lacking. And then you get onto his numbers. His passing ability, it's always in the top 80s, top 90s. He can put a tackle in. It'll enable maybe a Dougie Luiz to maybe move to a different position where we could start to see him getting further forward as well. So I'm really into this, Villa fans, and I really feel like Guendouzi is the type of player that Aston Villa need in the middle of the park. So let me know what you think. Let me know what your vibe is on Guendouzi. I think he's a player. So in normal Sofa Score Transfer Hub fashion, let's have a look at some of the numbers and characteristics then. So Guendouzi is still 23 years of age. He has a market value of £24 million. His key strengths are his long balls, his playmaking, and I've got to say, you've got to stick his tackles in there. This season, he has a Sofa Score rating of 6.88, which is just below the 7 marker. In 15 games this season, he started 12 games. He's averaged 72 minutes per game. He scored 1 goal. And then I just want to go down to the passing accuracy and show you. So 50 touches per game. His accuracy is 86%. Accuracy in his own half is 93%. In the opposition half, 80%. Defending, he makes 1.3 tackles per game. So he's a really strong, dominant central midfielder. He only loses the ball. He's only lost the ball 8.4 times. And as you can see, it's Hertha Berlin. Then he went to Arsenal, Marseille, Arsenal, and then back to Marseille. So he's had a couple of loans at Marseille. So if we have a look at some of his numbers from last season as well at Marseille, he had a better season. He hit it. He hit the 7 mark. Then if we just have another little look at his passing accuracy again, 88%, 92% in his own half, 84% in the opposition half. Defending, tackles per game, 1.2. So really, really high numbers. And if we can maybe find the Arsenal one. So for Arsenal in the Premier League, he had a 6.84 in 1920. So let's have a look and see if we can find a passing accuracy again, 86%, own half, 91%. So Villa fans, let me know your thoughts on Guendouzi. For me, massive thumbs up. I'd get him in. I think he would add something to our midfield. He would add the bite that it's currently lacking at times. You know, those games where you want us to get up for the game, stick him in there, and you know he'll be at it. You know he'll be bang at it, and he'll have that desire and the correct application. We did find out yesterday that Everton were linked with Danjuma, and now Sky are reporting that there's a number of clubs that are linked with Danjuma. So I imagine that Aston Villa will be one of the names in the hat for Danjuma. We are still linked with Lee Kang-in, so I think that's one to keep an eye on as well. And then today, potentially, you're going to have Moreno coming into Aston Villa as well. So I just thought I'd do a bit of a mini roundup. Guendouzi, a player that I really like. I think as a hairdresser, it's the hair as well. It's the hair. So, yeah, he's got brilliant hair. So, got to get him in. If he wears a headband as well, you know we love the main man's vibes when he had that headband on as well. So, yeah, big thumbs up for me. Villa fans, let me know what your thoughts are. Get involved in the comments section down below. Be sure to check out our match preview for Leeds as well. And subscribe to the channel if you are new. Drop a like and comment.